What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Parking Lot YouTube channel. Joey fucking left. Okay.
Yeah, because I went.
Oh.
We just started.
Knockout. I won.
Okay. Welcome back to the
And
Parking
there
Lot
he is.
YouTube channel. Today we have a pretty much, I guess, hockey-centered episode today because we got a bunch of hockey stuff going on. Basically, Chris and Tanner are fighting for the edge of their lives here. They're close to being dead. Pretty much, Joey went scorched earth all over St. Louis, and we have a guest today from the Providence of Montreal. So, great show for you guys today. So let's start off. Chris, Tanner, where do you want to kill Joey?
Yeah, I already got my boxing gloves on, so I'm about to send him to the Shadow Realm.
Just like we did the Blues.
No, you're.
Oh,
I'm gonna send you.
That's so
And just
funny.
how the Lightning are sending, have sent you to the Shadow Realm too.
Mute him, please. Mute him. Cállate,
I'm
cállate,
not
cállate,
muting him
cabrón.
just because you're salty.
Cállate,
You guys
hombre.
have to respect each other.
Hey,
You're gonna
by the way,
lose to
just
Vegas.
to
Come on,
pour
respect
salt
this
on the
out.
wound. Pour salt on the wound, my friend. Those two empty net goals that happened at the end of last night's game technically count as power play goals, not empty netters.
Billy Carter just put in the Preds and Kane series reminded me about the 2016 Sharks series with Nashville. Oh God.
Ooh.
I mean, we're not fans
By
of
the
them,
way-
so I don't know what happened there.
I'm so happy that the Isles are beating the crap out of the Pens.
Oh
I
yeah,
love
no,
the
this is
Isles.
fun.
Okay,
No,
we could
that's
agree with
fine.
that. We could agree with that.
But beating the crap out, let's be more specific, beating the crap out in the fact that the Isles are beating the Penguins in score difference, not the fact that both the Islanders and the Penguins basically put both of their lines into the penalty box because they did not like each other. We mean more
Oh, yeah.
score difference, not physically killing each other. Because there's a
Not
big
on
Marchand-
Rangers Capitals.
big difference there. Well, Rangers
Real quick,
Capitals during the regular season. Now the Islanders and Penguins are freaking wanting to kill each other.
Did Marchand ever hit Tom Wilson?
Did Marchand ever hit Tom Wilson? I don't know. You gotta be more
Not that I
specific
know
than
of. I know
that
he
would be
was.
fun to watch.
No, in the playoffs.
In the playoffs? I don't think so. I don't know. Well, I think everybody was going after Tom Wilson. It was funny as well because I
Because
was
Tom-
watching that final game and my dad goes, "That was a dirty hit," and I said, "It's Tom Wilson, so it's okay." He goes, "Oh, you're right."
Yeah,
Tom
that's
Wilson's a
why I'm
dirty
upset
player.
about the That's why I'm upset about the Kadri suspension, and we'll get into that. And I'm not upset because he got suspended. He deserved it. It was a dirty hit. Oh,
I think it's because he's a repeat offender, so that's why they gave him 8 games.
Yeah, NHL, you hearing this? Repeat offender. You do
Offender.
stuff to repeat
Offender.
offenders.
okay. He's a repeat offender. Then why didn't Tom Wilson get suspended?
That's what I mean. So
That's what we're
fucking
talking
dumb.
about.
That's what we're
Repeat
talking about.
offender, but got a
It's so
$5,000 fine.
dumb.
And also, I think 8 games is way too much. I think it should have been at least. I think it should have been like 4
No,
at the most.
Eight
I
is
think
fine.
they gave him 8 because he kept doing it like almost every playoff. He's always getting suspended.
The last time he did it was 2 years ago.
Ew.
He didn't do it at all in last year's playoffs. With
Was
us.
he in
'Cause he
last
was
year's
injured.
playoff? Well, yeah. Was he
Yes, he
injured
was
slash
in-
in last year's playoffs?
No, he wasn't. Remember, he had that 0.1 goal.
I don't
That
know.
technically was the play-in round, but
I
It was the
honestly,
play. They lost to Columbus in the play-in round.
I had a hard time following the playoffs that time.
no, the Nazem Kadri was on the Avalanche last year.
Oh, he
Wasn't
was.
it with-
Well, again,
Yeah,
I wasn't
he
watching
was.
the playoffs
Yes.
at that time
Avalanche
because
for
I
a
was
couple
watching
seasons
it.
now.
I thought it
Anyway,
was still
Um,
Toronto.
By the way,
yes.
all right. So Frank, why don't you break down the schedule of the show for us today?
Okay, yeah. So schedule. It's gonna basically be hockey mostly show. We're just gonna go into the games that are going on now, stuff that has been happening because, you know, Joey's gonna want to rant on for a second why they were dominant against St. Louis.
The Julio
And
Jones
obviously, keep on typing in the chat. We definitely read chat. Make sure to interact with us. Get us to let us know about anything. And if you like the content that you're watching, we have socials down below, as well as if you go down below and scroll down, you will see a subscribe button. If it is red, you should click it, because that means you're not subscribed. And we would love subscribers, because we're one big happy family.
Yes.
Social,
And Frank, what do they get if they do subscribe?
you get a cookie. I will send it to you in the mail. Also down below, we have linked our Discord as well as our Twitter and Instagram. Make sure to follow that for updates, as well as our own personal channels, because, well, it's YouTube. You can do whatever you want. You can upload whatever you want. So obviously people here have their own channels where they post sports content, specifically myself and Joey. So please subscribe to those channels as well. So yeah, if you like what you hear, like the video, subscribe. Anyway, so yeah, it's just gonna be basically hockey stuff. But I think first off, we need to give a big, hearty parking lot welcome to our special guest. If you could please just give a brief little introduction.
Hello, my name is Naya. I am 25 years old, born and raised in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and the Habs are my team. And that's pretty much the only Montreal-based team I cheer for. Because Montreal really doesn't have many other sports except for like the CFL. And
They should have a baseball team.
and
They should have
soccer.
a
And
baseball.
soccer.
Actually, I don't know. Did Quebec have a big fan base?
I would think so, but I don't know. It's kind of like very tricky because, you know, we had the Expos and that folded. So who knows what would happen if, you know, baseball came back to Montreal? Would it fold again?
Yeah. Well, also, who knows what MLB even wants to expand? That's another thing. If the
That's
MLB
also
Well,
the
I mean, the
thing
Blue
that
Jays.
people have
I mean, the Blue Jays are successful, aren't they?
They're in
Well,
Ontario.
Toronto and Montreal have a
Yeah,
rivalry
Toronto and
though.
Montreal are two different. That's Toronto. Basically, if you want to compare Toronto and Montreal, Toronto is a way younger fan base. It is a way younger media share there. So you're gonna get a lot of
That is
younger
true.
fans, more in their 20s and early and
Yeah.
late 20s.
I will say if there's a sport that should grow is the NBA. I think the NBA will do good there.
in Montreal?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we do have the arena for it. I mean, the Bell Center, like, is pretty much like universal.
Yeah. It's
a good
work.
Bring back the Supersonics.
Bring back the Supersonics, but in
Well,
Seattle
Seattle
will
is
probably
sure
have an
because-
arena for it now.
Didn't Vancouver have like their own NBA team and that folded?
Yeah, the Grizzlies.
Yeah,
They
they
did.
did.
So
moved
they
to
didn't
Memphis.
fold.
They went to
They didn't
Memphis.
fold. They relocated to Memphis, but it was the Vancouver Grizzlies.
Okay.
So yeah.
It's-
So
yeah.
NBA tries their best in Canada, and only one team is stuck. Unfortunately.
Yeah, and I think
I
also,
wish-
you know, the Raptors kind of have that pull because, you know, Drake endorses them and, you know, Toronto, like people from Toronto love Drake.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yo,
Like, Drake has, like, an
yo,
official
I'm just gonna
title.
say-
like Drake has like an official title with like the front office there in Toronto. Like he like
So
I
his
forgot what
hotline
his
blings?
title is. He doesn't have like a job per se, like where he gets paid by the Raptors, but he's given so much money that they gave him like a title actually.
I'm surprised he's not. I'm surprised he's not like a minority owner of the Raptors.
I don't know if it was minority owner, but
I thought he did own some stake with the Raptors, doesn't he?
I'm gonna go on Wikipedia right now. Oh, let me know there.
Yeah, I'm
I
curious.
got it.
now.
The
I got it.
Raptors, they also have an individual fan in the Hall of Fame too. I think.
So his title is Global Ambassador. So yeah, I guess you could technically call him a minority, but like a minority owner. But he's like Global Ambassador in that case, then he's just basically like in that case that you would just call him like I don't know. Like I don't know. Like it's Global Ambassador. I don't know what you would call it. Anyway, but yeah,
no,
so,
he doesn't. He doesn't.
he doesn't.
doesn't.
Okay. Well, he's just a giant super fan, and he could if he wanted to. Like, if Toronto was ever in the shits, he would probably.
Oh,
put money in.
easy.
Easy. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna get into it. So hockey news. So 2 teams are out. It might expand to more tonight, but we'll get into that later. 2 teams are already out. It is the St. Louis Blues after the Colorado Avalanche basically curb stopped them, and then it was the Boston Bruins who got ejected Game 5 against the Washington Capitals got ejected
The
by Boston Bruins
Capitals.
Game 5.
Yeah.
Which is
We're back to
unfortunate.
Capitals
Which is
were-
unfortunate because so this is the one like before we get into your guys' mess, I need to bring this up first. They mentioned it at the end. Ovi is at the end of his contract.
Oh no.
Does he re-sign
Yeah.
with the Caps?
No.
He resigns.
No.
if he
doesn't.
if he doesn't resign, he's going back to Russia. He's already said he wants to retire with Moscow Dynamo. So
I
He,
if
want,
he
he wants
doesn't-
to go. He
I
wants to
feel
go
like
play with
the
Yager.
Caps- I feel like the Caps won't let him go that easily.
well,
You know, he's
obviously
kinda like
not.
Bread Button.
Obviously, Washington is going to try to give him a big payday so he can retire as a Capital. But
Well, I mean, think about it. The American dollar is worth a lot more than the Russian ruble. So, I mean, and so if he gets paid a shit ton of money from the Capitals to stay just one more year, then he has a lot of Russian currency to spend, and he's already a millionaire in Russia, but now, and he's already a superstar, I assume, in Russia, but now he's
Yeah.
even more of a superstar. And, he could say, oh yeah, I'm going to play one more year with the Caps, retire with the Capitals, then go play in Russia, retire in Russia as, so he could retire as both of the teams he wants to retire with.
he could definitely pull a Yager and just like finish out the rest of
I
the
mean,
season in Russia if he wanted to.
Yager's still playing hockey. Yager
He
is
is.
still playing professional hockey in the
Are you
KHL.
serious? Hasn't he been playing hockey for like 30 years?
Something along
Yeah,
those
he's
lines.
playing in his country.
And
He's like pushing 50 and he's still playing.
yeah, but that's not because he's good at it
Jeez.
anymore. He just loves the sport. I don't blame him. He's a
It
great
is a
hockey
definite,
player.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
for
definite
sure.
love for the sport that you could see
Yeah,
in his.
it's
like,
And
not
he
like-
actually, I believe
not doing it for
Yager
the money.
owns a team. I believe
Yeah, that's
Yager
the team
owns
he
a
plays
team
for.
actually.
That's the team he plays for, I think.
Claude, no.
Oh, player and owner, interesting. But yeah, so those teams are out, and yeah, so I'm gonna get like everybody knows that Capitals are gonna try and keep Ovechkin around, so they're gonna try and give Ovechkin money. But like who
They're
knows?
gonna
Yeah,
need to
the
do
Czech.
lot more than
Oh,
that.
I'm sorry. He's not in the KHL. He's in the ELH, and he's the right winger for the Czech extra. I can't pronounce that word. Extra Liga. That's what it is.
But it's
He's
gonna be
played the
interesting.
most seasons in professional hockey history. He's he's almost like Gordie Howe, just without the NHL games.
So yeah, like this is just gonna be one where, it's basically all Ovi's choice. Oh hi doggo, it's gonna be all Ovi's choice because Ovi, like we all know the Capitals gonna throw money at him. Like it's not even a question.
He seemed to. Didn't he get into his couple of scuffles with his teammates on the bench though?
Like a couple of times, like yeah, has shown a couple like distaste, but like that like nothing beats like the pure emotion that it was when he won the cup with the Caps. Like nothing beats that. I just don't.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see a reason for him leaving. Like I don't think he wants to.
The one thing I don't like about him, and I'm gonna be careful. The one thing I don't like about him is how he crapped on our teammate Panarin during that whole situation. I'm not gonna get into it, but I just kind of lost a tiny bit of respect for him after that when he crapped on Panarin.
Oh, with the
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that
And,
situation.
well, I mean, like that's politics. Like, what are you gonna do if somebody's against your ideals? Like, that's just how it's gonna go. But anyway, but yeah, I think we're all in agreement. Like, he's gonna go to Russia soon, but we all think he should have one more year in Washington. Have a victory
yeah.
tour.
He deserves one more cup.
Definitely.
He deserves a victory tour.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
Any news on Jack Eichel?
what?
Any news on Jack Eichel?
I haven't
He's
heard
still a
of
free agent.
anything regarding Jack Eichel as of recently.
As of right now,
Okay.
the only thing that is news is that Jake Eichel is one of the biggest prospects this free agency coming up. That's really it. It's anybody's game. I think they said it's gonna be just whoever is desperate and has the most cap room. So
I'd say we
please
should
come to
sign.
LA.
I'd say the Avs should sign him. But we're not going to because we already
Okay,
have Goblin
Joey, I will
talent.
mute you for that because that was the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard. You have
Did
to,
you not just
have
hear what I
to
said?
pay McKinnon, and how many people you have to pay?
We gotta wait.
How about you
Landeskog,
sit
McKinnon,
there, think
McCarr.
about that. I'm gonna move on to the next thing. Sit
Rantanen?
Sit.
Oh
sit
yeah,
in-
we have to pay Rantanen.
Sit
We
in
can
your
let Rantanen
seat.
go. We
Sit
can
in your
let
seat.
Rantanen
I
walk.
want you to
I'm
think
okay
about
with that.
everybody you have to pay for, how much of a cap space you're screwed of, and then we're gonna move on to the next topic. Anyway,
We're fine.
Are you gonna
We-
look?
No,
we-
you're
Are
we
you,
not.
will
is it gonna be
finish-
like the
you're not gonna
Saints
be able to
cap
add
room?
anymore. Somebody's
No,
going.
but we'll be able to. We'll be
Isn't
able to
the cap
retain all
going
our
up next
team.
season?
Hmm.
Isn't the cap going up next season?
Ugh, that's if
Mhm.
NHL can recover from COVID. NHL will be moving the cap down just like the NFL did to make room because they lost money during COVID, just like every other sports league did.
Yeah, but we'll just do what the Lightning did and get $17 million over the cap. It's fine.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. Three teams are on the fence tonight. One of them is playing right now. So, you know what? Fuck it. We'll just go right over it. Panthers, Wild. What's going on? What's going on? The Canucks betting.
Oh yeah,
We went-
Wait, time out.
Frank, you're wrong. 3 teams could be out tonight.
I said 3.
No, you said 2.
I
No,
said,
he said
No,
three.
he said 3.
keep thinking about what you have to
Edmonton
pay
could
for.
be
Well, then
out.
ignore me.
Keep thinking
Am
about
I
what you
sure
have
I'm
to pay
not
for.
high?
We'll talk about normal hockey stuff later on, chat. But let's just move on to this one right now. Yeah, Panthers, Wild. What's going on? What's happening?
Basically, we went to Vegas and we broke even, and we felt good coming back to the state of hockey. We went up 2-0 against Vegas, and they have proceeded to shut us down ever since.
For those of you who don't know, Tanner's the Wild fan. Chris is the Panthers fan. They're both right now on the ropes. Both right now losing in their series 3-1, and both of them playing Game 5 tonight. Right now, the Panthers are
It's
down
not-
1-0. Oh boy, this is gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't
this
wanna
is like
talk
this is
about
the
it.
hot seat right now for those two teams. So I'm pretty
Yep.
sure.
Oh,
I know.
thank God.
I know.
At
Chris
least the
has the
Marlins
game
are
up.
winning, so I'm happy about that.
I know Chris probably has the game up, so he's probably sitting there shitting himself.
At least the Marlins are winning, so I'm happy about that.
What happened in Vegas stays in Vegas. Well, did you guys get your win in Vegas?
We split. We split in Vegas, and then
So yeah,
We
so
shit
what
the bed
happens
at
in
home.
Vegas stays
Yep.
in Vegas.
Yep. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. You get your wins in Vegas, it's gonna stay in Vegas.
Wild, please beat Vegas. At least tonight. Beat Vegas tonight, please.
He wants more rest.
yeah, I'm hoping for the same thing,
He wants more rest.
and I'm hoping to have a showdown
And
with
know
you.
what? And you know
I would
what? If the
love to see the
Wild
Panthers
actually end up
before
beating the
the-
Knights,
Hold on. Naya's talking.
I would love to see the Panthers beat the Lightning.
I think we all do.
I think we all do.
No.
yeah, no one likes seeing teams go back to back,
Yeah, people are not a fan of defending champions, unfortunately.
unless they're the
probably
Avalanche.
was the whole back-to-back
Joey,
thing,
you
but
can
it's
go shove it.
so-
You guys
Unfortunately,
are just mad.
not a lot of
You
people
guys
here
are
like
just mad.
defending.
I'm gonna end up a ring. I'm gonna have a ring on this finger pretty soon.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Vegas
I'm really
has something to
close.
say about that.
Well, I
Anyway.
mean, because I remember, I think in 2001 when the Avalanche won the President's Trophy, they won the cup. So maybe history.
And
will
we
repeat
also
itself.
swept the first round as well when we. So I mean, superstition.
So maybe history
You-
will repeat itself.
You guys know
Hopefully
the
not.
President's Trophy curse doesn't apply in shortened seasons. All right.
Sounds like an excuse
Yeah.
there, Tanner.
Are you salty?
They both are. Oh
Both
my
are.
God! The entire time they couldn't shut up about the
See,
fact
we
that they're
don't
willing
like
to
Joey
kick
having
Joey's
anything
ass.
fun. We don't like Joey having anything,
There's a reason.
especially after his.
There's a reason his nickname is Mr. 11 and 5.
Yes, he predicted on the show that 5 Points Entry does that the Denver Broncos were gonna go 11-5 after they were 3-4.
You know what?
They did go.
One show we have to do.
They
an
did go
origin
11-5,
story. You know what? One show.
but it was the other way around.
One show we have to do just an origin story of 11 and 5. We just have to sit there and ask Joey where did it come from. Just the
'Cause he
entire
was
story.
Where did
high.
it come from? Where did it go? Where did it come from? Joey Joe.
DJ said Joe Sakic was a Canucks fan, lol.
So,
Anyway,
Okay.
but yeah, no, that's just really you got. They're just both on the fence. I don't know, Tanner, what do you got?
Naya, your team is in the playoffs as well. How are the Canadians doing?
Well, right now, I'm pretty sure it's 2-1 Toronto, but the series is tied. But right now, I think Toronto is leading by 1 goal.
Please beat them. At least let us laugh at them.
I would love
No,
to beat them. That would be great.
I think the Maple Leafs are winning. I think they're gonna win the series.
Huh?
Yeah,
That John
but if they win,
Tavares hit was.
if they do manage to win, then they're gonna have to go up against possibly Winnipeg, and Winnipeg's kind of a powerhouse. So
Not possibly. They are. They're up 3-0 on Oilers.
Yeah. Who
The
saw
Oilers?
that coming?
How?
Who saw
Yeah, I
that for real?
didn't.
How?
I thought the Oilers were gonna sweep.
there's always the reverse sweep, guys.
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
true.
yeah, Frank.
Shut up! No!
Hey, you
In this
had
one,
a
I
reverse
don't
sweep.
want the reverse sweep. In this one, I don't want the reverse sweep. I'd love the Oilers to get their asses handed to them. Because here's the thing:
yeah,
you can't pay one can't play
I do
one
want to see Winnipeg advance.
can't pay one player a giant contract and expect them to carry your team. Now, can you? And granted,
They have
Leon-
Draisaitl in the Nuge.
Yeah, I know Leon Draisaitl went on a tear, but Winnipeg's a smaller team and more scrappy. I would like to see him pull it out.
Same.
I would too.
But those are the 3 teams that have in it. Okay. Well, we talked about it a bit. So yeah, we talked about it a bit. Maple Leafs and Canadians the series are tied and they're playing right now.
Frank, you said it wrong. It's Canadians.
Or Les Habitants.
Frank just has the look.
I
of,
completely
I'm gonna
butchered
murder
that.
You in your sleep.
I'm sorry.
Naya, how do you say it?
Oh, I just say Canadians.
And
Why
then
do
you
I?
just
Can
you have to
someone
add
explain
the
to me
A
why they're
on
called the
bottom.
Habs? Can someone explain to me why
Okay,
they're called the
yeah.
Habs?
So now that you're on, what is the story behind the Habs nickname?
Oh gosh, I don't really know the story like completely.
You told me once, but that was years ago.
Yeah.
Joey,
Sorry, my microphone was next to this.
fuck's sake!
Well, what's that?
It was a bag of
Are
dill
those
pickle
chips?
sunflower seeds.
Oh. Ugh.
Dill
To go
pickle.
back-
They're good.
I mean, I like pickles, but
Salty.
So are normal sunflower seeds.
Yeah, but these are dill pickle flavored.
Okay. Okay.
Let him eat his
Anyway.
sunflowers.
So let's see. So Habs nickname origin. Fucking hell! I looked up Nick Suzuki. It's not who
Great
I
player.
wanted. Shut up. That's
He
not
is,
who
yeah.
I wanted.
Unlike Cody Ceci. No, I understand the hit was accidental, but I still don't like him.
The franchise first owner, John Ambrose O'Brien, gave the team its official name, Club de Hockey Canadien. The nickname Habs is short for Les Habitants, which refers to the French settlers and inhabitants of the land along St. Lawrence Gulf and River in Quebec beginning in the 17th century. H and the logo stands for hockey, not habitants, a popular misconception.
Yeah, it stands for Club de Hockey. I knew about that, but I didn't know about like all the other stuff.
So stupid.
Eh.
There's a
come on,
there's a
Islanders.
history lesson for you there, kids. Nice brief little history lesson on why.
Oh, it's 1-1 Panthers. It's 1-1
oh,
Panthers.
thank fuck.
Perfect. Who scored?
Who scored? Yeah, who did score? Let me see.
I'm not sure.
Mackenzie Weegar.
Nice.
Mackenzie Weegar, assisted by Jonathan Huberdeau and Sam Bennett.
Nice.
Who's in net? Haven't you guys been
No.
having goalie problems?
Yeah, we've
because
been
of
having
this?
Spencer
goalie-
Knight. Spencer Knight is in net for the Panthers.
Spencer Knight. Wow.
Have you guys been having goalie problems because of this series? Like both goalies aren't
Yeah.
producing?
So I mean, Bofrovsky is letting. He's basically channeling his inner Goldberg. Really big Hulk in the net
Bobrovsky
every
hasn't
five-
been doing well since you guys freaking started your season.
For real. Then Streeter, nothing, and now all the fans were saying, put Spencer Knight. He's only allowed one goal. and it was in the opening minute.
That's very true.
But you know what? He's held on. He's held on since then. So I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is very, very true.
Well, this
Unlike
was the
Biddington.
kid. This is the kid that's he supposedly he was the one who's gonna replace Luongo, but then we signed.
He was supposed to be the
Sergey.
person to replace Luongo?
Yeah, because he was drafted like in 2015, 2017.
Weird.
Yeah, he's always been in the minors until now.
dang.
One thing I want to address, just a little bit of advertising, but the NHL. So when is the NHL draft lottery?
I think June 2nd.
Well, no, the NHL expansion draft date. When's that?
Yeah, it's
Well, that's-
second.
The June, okay,
Oh,
June 21st.
it's either gonna be
It's
it's
June
either gonna be
21st.
Devin Taves or Ryan Graves.
So,
I love
The
both those
expansion
guys.
draft is on June 21st. I don't care that Wednesdays are normally baseball and football. We are doing an expansion draft show because everybody here has players they do not want to give up. So whatever time that starts, we'll be going live here. And basically just like our NFL draft show, we'll just go on through the entire draft and we'll see what happens. Spencer Knight has
I'm
been
really
in
hoping-
college. He won the WJC this year. Is he Canadian? Wait, no. Who won the World Juniors this
No,
year?
that America.
Oh, yeah, that's
US.
right.
I watched that. That was
Spencer
fun.
Knight's- Oh,
Let's
yeah?
go. Yeah, I watched
So
it.
who are you guys afraid of losing in the expansion draft?
Either
Uh,
Devin Taves or Ryan Graves. Honestly, I think I don't think we
Drewder.
lose.
Peterson. If the Kings make the dumb decision and secure Quick and leave Peterson on the board, I'm going to have a freaking aneurysm. One of the goalies is gone.
There's so
What,
there's
like,
so much better.
there's
so much
a
better
reason why I
goaltenders
want to
than
do this
Jonathan
show
Quick.
because I'm gonna sit here shitting myself because either one of the two goalies are gone. Either Quick is gone or Cal is gone.
There's so much better goalies than Quick. They're
It's
not
going
going
to
to
be
take Quick.
quick.
They're not going to take Quick. No.
There's nobody
Well,
else
Knight,
they're gonna
they
give
took
him.
Flurry. Knights took Flurry in the expansion
Yeah, but
draft.
Fleury still had some skill in him. That was the Penguins organization treating him like shit.
Yeah, Flurry's great.
Fleury was always
yeah,
a good goalie, even before
Fleury's
the
great.
Knights took him. That
He
was just
won
the
you.
Penguins organization.
He won you 2
fucking him
Stanley
over.
Cups.
That was just the
Yeah,
Penguins
you know what?
organization fucking him over
You know
for a younger
what?
goalie.
I think the player I'm most scared of Seattle taking from us is probably Pavel Francouz. I'm really scared that they're going to take our backup because Pavel Francouz, when he played last year, because he hasn't played a single game this year because he's been injured all year. He was amazing last year. Like, oh my God, he was so good. And we have to protect him and Grubauer. We have to have Grubauer and him.
Right.
Like, protect both our goaltenders. I don't care. Let them take.
Well, wait,
as long as
I
they
don't
don't.
think they can.
Yeah, you can. I'm pretty sure, isn't it?
Well, I know that there's an 8 skater rule, but I don't know if that includes 2 goalies.
I mean, if it's 8 skaters, you probably can.
I have to look that rule up again. I remember finding it somewhere. But anyway.
Do I get to talk about my series now?
One last thing before we do.
All right.
One last thing before we do. I want to ask Naya a question first before we do that.
Sure.
I want to ask you, have you actually been to a Habs game live?
Yes.
Can you tell us what the experience is like that?
The atmosphere is just like amazing.
Yeah?
Like it's unreal. I've been to a playoff game even like live.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That
it's
must
like
have been
Is that
awesome.
fun?
it's out of this world.
Ale, ale, ale.
And what about
Like-
the Bell Center?
I love the Bell Center. It's just like so like sells out almost every night. So many fans. Everybody's loud. Like even if you're sitting in the nosebleeds, the fans are loud.
Aren't you guys allowing people in game later on? Did you guys make it that far?
If we get to 6 games, I think the max capacity for people I think is like 2,000.
2,500 actually. I believe it's game 5.
No, game 6 because that's when
No, game
our
6.
lockdown. That's when our lockdown is over in Montreal.
Oh, is it game 6? Okay.
Well, not
That
lockdown, but
it would be the
more like curfew.
that would be good because that would be the first actual event for Canadians in over a year.
Yeah.
Naya, I actually have a question for you about
Sure.
that. About the Bell Center announcers as well. Do they do like one announcement in Canadian and or in English and then one announcement in French, or how do they do it?
Majority of the time they do it in French.
Well, I'm screwed.
Majority
Really?
of it is in French.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like they announce they announce it in French. Like even before when the players step on the ice, they'll do French and English, but when they score and they announce like who scored, it's in French.
I think I gotta ask this
Is it?
though. Do you speak French?
I'm not the greatest, but yeah. French is kind of like
So
weird because it's like, different from like France French. Like Quebec French is like completely different and like our slang is
that's right.
different.
it's Canadian French, or it's what do they call it?
French
Quebecois.
Canadian? Well, actually, no, that's a nationality.
So it's kind of like Portugal with Brazil. They speak a different Portuguese in Brazil.
Right.
Yeah, like our
Yeah.
French is different.
Joey,
It's weird.
Joey, do
Maybe
you have
I'll
another
learn-
question?
Do they do silly contests at the Bell Center? Like just slow, like silly intermission things?
Yeah, but sometimes they do some silly stuff. Like I remember once they had like Fortnite dances
Oh boy. Oh no.
or
Of course.
Oh god, no.
or like
That's actually kind of cool.
Oh
or
god,
like
help
play
me.
or like play the bongos. And before, like I remember in 2015 we had this thing called Fan Jam, and it was like a little bit down the street from the Bell Center, and it was like they had a Ferris wheel, mechanical bull, and it was only this empty parking lot, and it was like free tattoos for first come first serve.
Dang, that
that-
must have been fun.
It was a lot of fun. That's actually how my stepdad and I won our playoff tickets.
Wow.
Because
Wow.
it's like first person to shave your head, shave the Habs logo into your head wins tickets, and my stepdad like ran at the opportunity.
Oh.
I would too.
Oh,
Even if
boy.
I wasn't a Habs, even if I
Yeah,
wasn't a
Playoff
Habs
tickets.
fan, even if I wasn't a
Yeah,
hockey
and,
fan, I'm
one
like,
of the
playoff
most-
tickets. Hell yeah, shave that logo in my head, man.
Playoff
Holy
tickets and
shit.
one of the
and
most
for playoff tickets.
successful franchises in the NHL.
Oh,
No,
shit.
in North American sports.
That's gotta probably show some dedication there. Holy hell.
My
And then
dad was on
one-
a mission that day.
And then one last question for you.
Yeah.
How do you feel about your mascot?
Ooh.
UP?
Yeah.
How do you because remember
Somebody in
UP
chat
was
also
not
asked this
originally.
question.
Yeah, UP was with the Expos. But I
Mhm.
do like
Yes.
UP. I think he's great.
Have you ever heard of the story of UP that he got kicked out of a
Yeah,
baseball
I got
game?
ejected by
Yes.
Photo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I've heard of the story. Like,
It's on
I can't
YouTube
remember
for sure.
exactly what he did.
It is.
He was just
But
being
it's-
it's on
himself.
weird-
Tommy Lasorda
It's
is
on-
just
it's
an
on,
asshole to mascot. That's your answer. He was being
It's
himself.
on
but
the Secret
Lasorda
Base
hates-
YouTube channel. They did a story about it.
What's funny is-
Lasorda hates mascots. That's just it.
Is Lasorda still with us?
No, he
No.
died.
He died.
He died.
Oh, okay.
One last question though, Naya. Somebody in the chat asked, do they sell poutine in the Bell Center?
Yes, they do.
How good is poutine?
Amazing.
Oh, it's amazing.
Amazing.
I haven't had
I'm
it.
not
I
even
want
Canadian,
to, but I
I-
haven't had it myself.
Dude,
I
want
poutine
to,
is
though.
so good.
If you
Yeah.
want
It's
to,
so good.
you have to come to Quebec for it.
Oh, you have
Quebec?
to go to
Okay.
Quebec?
Yes,
That's the
because
best one.
that's where they sell the best. Like, there's actually a shop here, a store here in Montreal, like a restaurant that sells all different kinds of poutine, and it's like, bacon, poutine, bacon and like cheese curds, hot dogs,
Oh.
vegetables. It's just
Oh,
like an
man.
endless list.
Do you eat your poutine straight or do you eat it over fries? Because I eat it over fries.
Well, yeah, we eat like the poutine is like the fries, and then like the cheese curds and the gravy.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
Joey's
good.
talking like he lives just down the street from Quebec. Dude, you're in Colorado.
Yeah, I've had.
Yeah.
The Panthers
yeah,
sell
you can get
poutine actually. in
You
their
know where to
Fuck, they
go. You
don't.
can get some damn good
Fuck, they
poutine
don't.
over here.
So I'm sorry. Hold
Why
on.
don't
you
I'm
explain to
hold
us
up. I'm
what,
going over what Chris said.
No,
Hey,
I'm
no,
going
no.
over
Hey,
to,
Naya,
wait, hold up.
Na-
I'm going over to what
Naya.
Chris said.
Yes.
If you ever come to Colorado, go to a restaurant and ask if they have Rocky Mountain oysters. That's our specialty.
No,
No.
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 We know what that is.
No.
Would you like to know what those are, Naya?
What
No.
are they?
Oh God.
Bull testicles.
Hey, Joey.
So close to medium.
That is
You know what
that is
lutefisk
people
is?
consider that is what people consider our specialty food, even though I've never seen a restaurant that carries it.
Yeah, because I want
Ever.
to kick you in there. That's why.
I do want
Joey.
to visit Colorado though. That's on my list of like U.S.
Oh,
like states
dude,
to visit.
come to Colorado Springs. Come to America's Mountain. That's a nickname, Pikes Peak. That's not no. That's not like the nickname that we gave it. That's an actual nickname of the mountain.
I bet.
Is Pikes Peak is beautiful. There's got a little cheap attraction place called North Pole on it. It's like Santa's. It's a Santa thing. It's kind of cool. Colorado Springs is amazing. It's got like a small city feel to it, even though it's the second biggest city in Colorado, and technically it's actually larger than Denver land mass size. It's larger than Denver, but we have less population, so it takes 5 to 10 minutes to get everywhere. Oh, and if that didn't tell you, we also have like 10 Walmarts. So
You can also hear Joey rambling on about how the Avalanche just likes to kill people. Apparently. Let's
Hey,
go.
that's what Avalanche
You know
do.
what? You know what? You have 10 minutes right now. Go ahead. Let's hear your recap of the 4-game series, the Avalanche versus St. Louis. Let's hear it. Say your piece.
Gloria!
Say your piece.
Gloria!
Say your piece that Chris and Tanner can fully hate you.
Gloria. So that series, I'm not gonna lie, there were times where I was worried. Like there were times I was actually kind of worried.
That's because like half of his
I mean-
thumbnails on his live stream is just him going.
Yeah, all my Bronco ones.
That was a good
Oh,
nap.
those Bronco ones.
I
but
missed the
honestly-
Broncos one where he's having an aneurysm. When Patrick Mahomes is throwing his 4th touchdown to the Denver against the Broncos defense.
Anyway,
Yeah,
Joey, continue.
The series had me worried. I didn't like, all fans of a team think, oh, we could sweep, we could easily sweep, we can come, but I didn't think that. I was like, okay, this is gonna go at least 5 games, maybe if we're really, really unlucky, 6. 1, we win. Okay, that was expected. That was at home. Game 2, we win again at home. Awesome. Great. We have bullied the Blues this entire time. They haven't had a single lead in any of these games. Game 3 happens. Damn it, Kadri. Damn you for taking a stupid hit. We win in St. Louis. That gave me, oh, we're sweeping. We're winning the series. This series is done. We swept. Goodbye, Blues. Goodbye. And then we win, and my reaction is, well, on to the next one. Because to no one's surprise, the Avalanche won. Like, was anybody surprised? Was anybody
Not
surprised, really?
No, I
No.
wasn't.
And, and that's the unfortunate part about the season, what I'm starting to realize, is that if the Avalanche win the Cup, they're not just heavy favorites, they're heavy favorites to win. Everyone is expecting them to win the Cup. So if we do win the Cup, it's like, oh, cool, you won the Cup. Oh, well. That next, and there's a difference between, being really heavily favored or having a Caps or a Blues or a Jets or a Canadiens winning the Cup, That's not expected. Those teams, we know, that'd be, oh my God, they won the Cup? What the hell? How did that happen? So it kind of made me a little disappointed. Then I remembered we had to suffer a lot of years. We had to suffer through 2016, 2017, 2018, and then we had our heart ripped out last year thanks to Cody Ceci. Fucking hate that guy. Should be banned from the league.
I will say this, Joey. You better win a cup with Nathan McKinnon, or else we're all going to say that you wasted him.
Yep.
That's true.
I know. We have to win a cup. We have to win a
He's
cup.
been
with
there,
Grubauer, even though
what,
he's
8
technically
years
already
now?
won a cup. Even though he's technically already won a cup, we need to win with Landeskog.
What?
We need to win with Pierre-Edouard Bellemare. We need to win with everybody, especially Cale Makar. If we can win with Cale Makar in his is this his 2nd or 3rd full season?
I'm thinking 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
No, because I think this might be his 2nd full year. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. But,
Stats and news.
Yeah, but if we could win Makar a ring early in his career, him be
second.
Oh, it's a second. Okay, if we could win him a ring in the second year, that'd be amazing. And I know Grubauer won the cup with the Caps in 2018 or 2019. No,
2018.
2018.
2018. Yeah.
2019
When
was-
did
or what was
what
2018?
was Grubauer the backup or was he the starter?
19
back
was
up?
Yeah.
It was
the
all
Blues.
Holtby that year.
It was all Holtby.
Yeah.
Holtby made that epic save in game one.
Well,
Was it game one or game
Holtby
two?
was the glue that kept that team together that year.
So
Mhm.
did Grubauer play a game in the playoffs or no?
No,
No, I'm pretty
not
sure
really.
not.
Well, he's won a cup. I know Grubauer has won a cup because I know he played in the regular season. But I want to get him a cup where he can say, "This is my cup, not Holtby's. This is my cup. I won this cup.
He was
We
the
are
glue.
here." Yeah, Without Grubauer, we're done.
Mhm.
Without if Grubauer was hurt, we had Devin Dubik and Yo Hansen. We do not win the President's Trophy. We do not have the number 1 seed. We probably have close to the 3rd or the 4th seed. Maybe not even make the playoffs.
Right.
I'm that confident that Grubauer is what is keeping us alive. And by the way, I don't know if you guys tuned in my stream yesterday, but I said it, and I said it constantly. Binnington was playing out of his mind in Game 4. He was keeping that puck
'Cause he
out of
knew
the
it was
net
do
by
or die.
any means necessary.
You knew it was.
And
do or die.
I don't
Jordan
like
Whittington.
Binnington.
This is
I
Jordan
don't
Binnington.
really like. I don't like Binnington. However, I had mad respect for all the effort he was putting in. And Grubauer, and I don't mean this in a mean way because I love Grubauer. I got him. He's my reverse retro. He's the guy I have on my reverse retro jersey. I love Grubauer. I just feel like he didn't play as well as he should have. Like the first goal, okay, not a softie, went right above the glove. He thought it was going to go into his glove, didn't see it going up. That he probably couldn't make the save had he anticipated it going up. And then the other one, that was an easy save. That was an easy save. He let that one in. And I'm worried that Grubauer is going to get apathetic because he's going to be like, my defense and my team and my offense is going to carry me through this series, through these playoffs.
Right.
You can't have that attitude against Vegas. Because I assume that's who we're going to play. Sorry, Tanner. I assume we're going to be playing Vegas.
You know what? Here's
It's
the
not
thing.
over yet.
Here's the thing.
I know it's not over
here's
yet.
the thing. Coming from Joey, the fact that the Wild have no chance. Like, yeah, we all get it. He doesn't like the Wild. Chris not having any faith in the Wild. Now that's a different story. That's a fuck you to Tanner.
No, I don't have. It's not that I don't have faith. It's just Vegas is a very good team.
Vegas, yeah.
Yes, I know. We are a very skilled team as well.
You have Kapril
just been able to shut
Kaprizov
us
and your
down
goalie.
for-
That's it. I'm sorry. You have Kapril Kaprizov and your goalie. That's it.
Vegas is
I'm
kind of
wondering-
Firmino,
well-rounded
Kevin
team, I'm not gonna
Fiala,
lie.
Jordan
And
Greenway,
I'm sitting
Joel
here.
Harrison
This
Ek.
offseason is gonna be great.
I'm wondering, would Zach Parise and Ryan Sutter be left exposed at the expansion draft?
Oh hell yeah! Because they're not
Um,
gonna fucking pay him. See, I don't
Hold
fucking
on.
take that contract.
Suter, I don't think so, but I think Parisi because
Seattle doesn't have those
he's-
contracts.
But
there's not that
Well,
much
they have
on
like
him.
2 years left.
the Avalanche, I feel like the Avalanche are going to win the cup this year. It's shaky because it's Vegas.
If you didn't think your team was gonna win the cup, I would have said there's something wrong with you.
No,
Yeah.
Colorado can easily win this cup. Now the trouble is who is going to be on the other end? Is it going to be Boston? Is it going to be? Oh no, wait. How?
Best part about this new
Would it-
playoff thing, you could play anybody.
Actually, we could play Boston.
you could play
Actually,
anybody.
we could play
actually.
Boston in the. We could end up actually playing Boston in the Western Conference Final, couldn't we? Because of how the playoffs work right now.
There is no Western
No,
Conference
there's no
final.
Western Conference final. So what it
It's
is
just a
is that
semifinal.
you have your division play in. Whoever is the winner of that division will then basically go into a final four against the other division winners.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Here's my question. What are we gonna do if a Canadian team gets far?
We're gonna sit in the corner, grab our knees, and go. I can no.
We're gonna make a ton of Canadian jokes that are mildly that.
No, like
That are
how are they gonna
mildly
get across the
stereotypical.
border? That's the thing.
They'll probably
Oh.
like rent like they'll be in an arena that's not being used.
They're gonna use a bubble
think
again.
they-
They're gonna get permission from
Well,
the
no,
government. to use
it's
a
not.
bubble.
It's not about that. It's the fact that the Canadian government has been Canadian government came out a couple months ago and said we don't care if the NHL is still going. Nobody we're not letting them enter the country without we're not going to give them any luxuries or anything like that. They're going to have to come in the same way everybody else does with a ton of paperwork, a ton of tests, and you're going to have to quarantine for 2 weeks.
Yeah, so they're just
So
gonna do the
that-
bubble again. That's just it.
I think maybe you guys might have an exception since people from the US, if they come to work in Canada, like celebrities or something, I think they kind of get a bit more special treatment.
Well, yeah,
that's
but
what
they
the
still
Canadian-
have to,
that's
but
what
they still are gonna have to go through like Joey said, there's
Yeah.
gonna be a 2-week delay on the Stanley Cup playoffs because teams that are coming to Canada are gonna have to quarantine for 2 weeks. So there's gonna be a 2-week break until we have more hockey, which is just gonna delay the Stanley
Right.
Cup playoffs anyway.
And fan interest is going to go down. So
We'll
I
see.
don't.
That
Won't
that
go
we
down.
won't
They'll
know.
see the
That we
finals.
will
They're
not
gonna have
know.
a temporary
So I think
home,
what-
like the
I think what would
Blue
have to
Jays
happen
or
is
the.
if the Canadian team, if a Canadian team say it was the Avalanche and say it's not going to happen, but say it was the Canadians, right? Say those two teams were in the Stanley Cup playoff. I think what the NHL would do is say, okay, Canadians, you have to come down to the United States, and we're gonna find you a neutral place to play hockey at. We're gonna find you a neutral place that will consider your home field or your home, because I know you lose your home games, but at the same time we can't have a 2-week delay. We gotta get this cup going. We gotta get the series
it's gonna
going. We
all
gotta
be.
Get
This
started.
is gonna all
Well,
be
it's
on
not just
Bettman's
for the
shoulders.
cup.
It's just gonna
Remember,
all be
a
on Bettman's
Canadian
shoulders.
team will be in the semifinal regardless.
Right.
So
It's just gonna be. It's
a
gonna be
Canadian
all
team
on
has to play
Bettman's
an American
shoulders.
team.
This is where Bettman
Yeah.
needs to come out and really show his dominance and show that he cares about this league.
Now the
one
real
thing.
question is, what does Bella think? Bella, what do you think about the Avalanche?
Okay. Anyway, who cares about your dog?
I think she's gonna win. I think she's gonna
Yeah, I
win.
think
We
we're
don't
gonna-
care about your dog.
We
We
don't
don't
care
care
about
about
your
your dog. In other breaking news, Toronto is now up on the series. They beat the Canadiens 2-1, and now they are up on the series 2-1. So Canadians are now needing to catch back
Damn
a bit. Panthers are leading,
Oh, thank
Oh.
That's
Ooh.
perfect.
and the
Oh,
Oilers
thank
and the
fuck.
Jets have dropped the puck. So if you are sitting right now at home and wondering what do I need to do, you need to watch sports as well as like, subscribe, and check out all of our links down below on this channel. I don't know why you haven't been doing that already.
Oh, do you guys want to know something hilarious that happened yesterday to me?
Yes.
I
So,
want-
Sure.
So I was
Maybe.
out shopping with my aunt at Lowe's getting garden stuff,
And you got
and I
mugged.
just happened to post a picture of me in my Sackett
Oh, I saw
Yvette
that.
Nordiques jersey. Yeah,
Yeah, I saw that.
and guess what? I posted on Twitter and I said at Avalanche, how do I look? And they actually liked and replied, awesome. Well, because
Nice.
of that, over 25,000 people saw the tweet, and it has over 100 likes at this point.
Nice. That's awesome.
25,000 people?
That's great.
Yeah, you can go on tweet activity. Here, I can actually pull it
Holy
up right
shit.
That's awesome.
now. I can go on tweet. I can
Speaking
go on
of
tweet.
memes, we got something to laugh at.
We do?
Last week
Why
there
did
were
I
2
feel like
no
this is-
hitters, and it was the same teams.
I want to try something different. I'm going to throw a little bit of a curveball. What I want to do.
Oh yeah, 25,900
Alright, I'm ready.
25,931 people have seen this tweet on Twitter.
I'm going to throw a bit of a curveball. It involves the people watching this right now. I want you guys, I want to basically do a kind of our own version of Overreaction Monday. I want you to drop the hottest of takes in the chat right now. We are going to react to those takes. They can either be hot takes or hot questions. We are going to react/reply to the ones that we deem to be replyable. If it is something controversial, we are not going to mention it. If it's something to do with politics, we're not going to mention it. But drop questions or comments
related.
in the chat, and they need to be spicy. While we're at it, though, we're officially announcing that we're going to do our own YouTube boxing event. It's going to be Joey versus Chris.
Wait, what? I never agreed to this.
You did now.
You
You
did
did
now.
this by winning on your own fucking YouTube channel and saying that the Panthers and Wild suck.
So get ready for the
So
fat
where's this
man,
going to take place?
because I'm gonna be
Okay,
because it's gonna
Joey.
be like
Joey,
What?
Our first question is from Joey Overstreet. Why does Tanner have false hope?
Wow. Okay. That's Well, let me reply to this.
False hope.
False hope.
Tanner, go ahead.
Richard Park, Nino Niederreiter. They've all beaten you.
Look at him. He's thinking
Tanner,
he's so tough.
the best example of false hope was 11-5
That's the best example of false hope.
when you were 3-4 and you were down the stretch.
11-5. You sound like a Lions fan.
No, and this guy said that they're gonna go 12-5.
He did
this
say
season.
12-5. He didn't learn from his mistakes. He said 12-5 after looking at
Look
the
at the
schedule.
schedule. We can easily go 12-5. We can.
Like fuck you do.
Melvin
Like,
Gordon.
fuck you do.
I have one of the for the thing that
Go ahead.
Frank
What's a
has.
hot take? What's a hot take? Go ahead.
So they interviewed Don Mattingly last week
Right.
regarding the 2 back-to-back no-hitters that is saying baseball is getting boring because of these no-hitters. What do you guys think?
Hell fucking no.
Yes. Yes.
Baseball is not getting boring because of good pitching.
Speaking,
You know what? You know what's boring? You know what's boring? You want me to say a hot take? You know what's boring? Home run or bust. That's what's
Yes.
boring. Home run or bust. How about you stop swinging for the fences and let's get some fucking you don't get adrenaline unless people are on base. Solo home runs ain't gonna get somebody excited. But if there's a runner on second and third and your big hitter is up, you're on the edge of your seat because you don't know what's going to happen. Suspense is what sells sports. Home run or bust does not sell sports. I don't give a crap about your solo home runs. Like, put some runners on. Let's make this exciting.
Frank, this is coming from a casual baseball fan. Baseball is boring. It is.
I don't think
It is
anybody's going to
boring.
disagree with you on that statement just because of the way the sport is played, but it's not like there's not exciting moments.
Unfortunately, and you know what? I actually have a real hot take. Out of all 4 of the major American sport, out of all 4 of the major sports in America, baseball is the one that could easily go away tomorrow, and people would be sad, but it would not have a negative effect on any fans. It wouldn't.
Ouch.
It could go away, and I don't think that's basically my Stephen A. Smith of hockey. That
Ew. I
but
don't
no,
like that one
because
bit.
because baseball,
I don't
because
agree
football
with that.
football fans are getting younger, basketball fans are getting younger, hockey fans are getting younger. Baseball fans aren't. Baseball fans are getting older.
And that's
If
just something
baseball
they have
fans,
to deal with,
like-
but I wouldn't get rid of the
And
sport.
like little leagues do exist, but they're not as popular as they were 10, 15, 20, 30
That's
years
because they
ago.
didn't have a Little League World Series to watch. Little League World Series are fun. I love them.
Oh yeah.
they've been on TV for how long?
Yeah, for a long time, and they're fun to watch.
But my point is that baseball is dying out.
Well,
it
let's
just
ask
is.
someone
It's-
who's not
because
from
it's
the
like,
US.
because it's less exciting than basketball. It's less thrilling than hockey.
You know
And
what?
the
Cooper,
fans
if
aren't-
you're
and-
watching this,
And the fans aren't as
Yeah,
connected
Cooper.
as
We
they
gotta
are
get
with football.
Cooper on
Cooper,
now.
if you're watching this, or if you're at all see this, I will at Cooper in this Discord after this show is over.
Do it now.
But let's move on. Let's get to the chat because we do have stuff in the chat. We have Alan Weber who comes in with, why does it seem like teams do better when Tavares is not in their lineup? Right
I
now,
don't know.
apparently the Leafs won their game when Tavares. Okay, that's actually rude now that I think about it. But the biggest one to mention is that the New York Islanders are right now on a hot streak after they traded Tavares. Do teams do better with Tavares not in their lineup?
That is a good question.
Maybe his leadership isn't as good as we all think it is.
Now you got anything
Is it
to
a
add to
leadership problem though, or is it just a play thing? Is it just a skill problem? Is it a skill problem or is it a leadership problem?
I don't know. I'm not
Do you
John
guys
Tavares.
think
I couldn't tell
that
you.
John Tavares is a type A personality?
Yes, I
He
do.
seems pretty dull.
that? Let's ask Naya. Naya, what do you
He's
think?
probably maybe just like more of a like private kind of guy, so keeps to
Yeah.
himself.
He is definitely a private type of guy.
Anything
The
else in
only-
the chat?
Naya,
Other-
do you have a hot take?
No, I don't have a hot take right now.
If you guys lose first round, what are you gonna do?
Cry.
If I lose,
Yeah,
The Habs
if you
lose
if
first
you lose
round.
first round.
Habs lose first round.
Cry.
oh well.
Well, because where did Montreal finish in the play-in last year?
didn't make it.
No, we beat
No, they
Pittsburgh in the plan.
They beat Pittsburgh last
Oh,
year.
that's right, you did. That's right. That's right.
Tree made a video about that, about how they lost to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, because
How
it's
they lost to
Pittsburgh. Like,
Yeah.
Les Canadiens.
So how
They
mad
don't
were
have work to do on like fixing their team.
how so
Oh, no, yeah.
Naya,
I don't expect a run from them.
you don't expect a run, really?
No, because they still have to work on their team and their players, so it's like I don't expect them to go far.
Oh,
I just want them to like,
interesting.
Naya, how do you feel about your team's reverse retros?
Oh,
I
yeah,
actually
that's a
like
good
them.
question. Great
They were
question.
actually
Great
one of the
question.
nice ones.
I actually
actually
really
one of the
like
nice ones.
their reverse retro. I think it's really nice.
Was there? Let's have another hot take. What reverse retro do you want to fucking burn to the ground?
The Minnesota ones.
Thank you.
Yes! Subway jersey.
Thank
Jersey.
Subway
No,
jersey.
Thank you.
Subway,
I think they're shit
Subway.
as well.
Tanner hates him.
Tanner, Subway, play fresh.
I mean, you're literally crossing two chapters of Minnesota hockey history that shouldn't
Don't
be
like each
crossed.
other. They don't like each other. The why?
No.
Like,
I really-
if you were to get the owners
You know
of the
what?
North Stars to come back and try to like celebrate the like history, they'd be like, honestly, Dallas is better.
No, the
like,
players, the players, we still love Mike McDonald. We still love Dino Ciccarelli, Dash and Bash, but Norm Green, if you mention his name up here, he
interesting. Okay,
he is the reason why the North Stars left.
two more hot takes. I'm gonna ask this first one because it's gonna be pretty easy. How bad is Detroit reverse retro?
Garbage.
It's the
Mia.
all white one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they use that in the All
With
Star
like
game?
the patch of gray.
Didn't they use it in the All Star? Wasn't one of the All Star game jerseys all white?
What the reverse retros look like. I'm gonna have to look it up.
What? Detroit's?
It looks like a practice jersey.
That's why somebody asked in chat. Is Detroit Retro's jersey a practice jersey?
No, I think the one you're talking about, Frank, is the one that they used in a Winter Classic that was striped and it
I
just
don't
said
know.
Detroit.
I don't know.
That was in a Winter Classic.
Okay. Final question.
If Detroit's if they had introduced it as an alternate, maybe like 10 years ago, it would have been fine. But as a reverse retro, what the hell?
Yeah, that's true.
Naya, I have one last question for you because this seems to be, from what I can understand, this like the most either you love it or you absolutely hate it jersey.
Oh,
How do you feel about the Anaheim Ducks reverse retro jersey?
Oh, is it the one with like the
It's-
Mighty Duck?
It's the teal with the jumping
Yeah.
duck.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually don't hate their reverse retro jersey.
That's not a love.
Like it's not like I wouldn't say, oh my gosh, like I love it, but I don't hate it. I'm like in the middle.
Okay.
That's my second favorite. That's my
Interesting.
second favorite.
It's my favorite.
I'm gonna
It's
have to
my
like,
favorite.
I'm gonna have to take a look again.
All right, last question before we end the show today. If the Canadians absolutely kill the crap out of Toronto, does Toronto riot?
Gosh.
Yes.
So we are going to see Toronto in flames if the Montreal Canadiens can actually win in round one.
We're gonna see Toronto in flames if they win round one.
I think
Yeah.
it would probably they would be really mad because
They
You
put
know, they were better
so
than
much
us.
work towards that team to just get their ass kicked every
Yeah.
time.
yeah,
So
You-
much
you
work
know what
goes
I
into the
would've-
Maple Leafs.
Though, if there's one thing that I hope happens, if Toronto does go far, please take on Boston. I want the meme to continue.
Yes, that'd be awesome.
Could you imagine if Toronto takes a 3-1 lead and then Boston ties it up and Toronto leads 4-1 in
Oh,
the final minutes, but
I
they
don't-
How
win.
do you
But
give a
this time
Toronto
they
I am,
Maple
wa-
Leafs
I am
fan
watching
PTSD.
Toronto Boston game
Oh.
one.
Are you talking
Oh,
about
oh.
instance 13 was 4-1?
Yeah, could you imagine Game 7, Toronto's up 4-1, but this time they don't blow it?
Fun fact, that happened on my birthday. The 4-1.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
So you can
I
imagine
mean-
the good time I had.
I mean, I know you hate Boston and Toronto, but who do you hate more in
Oh
that
fuck
situation?
yeah!
Oh my gosh, whenever it's Boston or Toronto, I go for Boston.
I heard one person say it because they were like asked about like a Pac-12 like men's basketball, like, oh, if two Pac-12 teams are going against each other, as the ASU fan, who'd you want to go against? And their reply was, I hope they both get cancer and die, and then we won't have to watch the series happen. And I was like, damn. That's basically what people's answer would be.
Now, I believe, as the only one still having a chance to win the cup right now in this entire lobby, I believe as of right now, I should do the outros. So,
Go ahead,
does
close
anybody
it out.
have any final words that aren't "fuck you, Joey" before we leave?
Can my final words
Puta
still
madre,
be fuck
Joey.
you, Joey?
Puta madre, Joey.
Puta madre, yeah!
Wow,
You
thank
guys
you
are
everybody.
really not letting up on him, are you?
Thank you all for
Both
the
him
Bruce
and
Selfish.
Bruce just...
You know what? Maybe you guys are the reasons I've had 2 mental breakdowns this past week.
Oh,
Let's
We
just
I'm
wait
know
till
where you
football
work.
season.
We know exactly why you have mental breakdowns.
Yeah.
You work in a gas
Let's just wait till football
Anyways.
season, my friend.
Wait till football season!
Anyways, my name is Joey. The person next to me name is Frank. The person next to that is Chris. The person underneath Chris is Tanner. And Naya, would you like to leave any parting words before hopefully your next time on our show?
I had a great experience.
Okay,
And
folks,
guys
thank
were
you
cool.
all.
Oh
That's
my
gonna
God.
be great.
Hey, what the fuck?
That's so
Oh
mean.
my god.
No, for real, Naya. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, you guys were really nice and welcoming, and I had a great experience. So it was fun being on this podcast.
All right.
Woo.
Hip hip hooray!
Yay.
Hip hip hooray!
Joey,
All
go
right.
ahead. Do the outro.
All right. Goodbye, everybody. As always, we'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Won't be on Wednesday. Gonna be on
Bye.
a baseball game.